নমস্কার বন্ধুরা, good evening, my dear friends and viewers. I don't know whether you'll be able to believe it or not. This is for the first time I am making a video in both the languages, both English and Bengali. And this is exclusively for the people across my circle who want to learn spoken English. And whatever I am saying right now, I am going to just translate it in Bengali as far as possible for your kind understanding. And right now I am speaking because I just want to know how much you can understand, right? So it is my pleasure and it is my honor that many of my students, many of my friends, colleagues have asked me for a spoken English training. And this is very much unfortunate that the government of West Bengal right now has made a policy and banned teaching, has banned tuition for the school teachers, working school teachers. And that is why right now I am in a trouble. I am in a dilemma whether to start a classroom teaching with them or not. So let the government policies and that obstacle be aside. For now, what I'm going to tell you is speaking English is just nothing. And people across the globe or across India or in particular across Bengal are just making business out of it, out of the weakness of people who get disturbed, who face problems just because they don't know English. And I have consulted many of the experts who deal with different languages. uh, Most of them say that a person is born with bilingual capacity. That means I am a Bengali, my mother is a Bengali lady, and that's why Bengali is my tongue, and I am very much capable since my birth to learn Bengali, to speak in Bengali. And moreover, apart from Bengali, I am equally able to understand, to speak one more language apart from English. And in particularly in Bengal, we the Bengalis learn in Bengali and Hindi very easily. I don't know why, but we learn Hindi very easily. And on the contrary, we feel very much problem, lot of problem, while we try to learn English language, English grammar, whatever it is. Now, let us uh, let us go to some background history. In the 90s, the then West Bengal government, I don't want to utter any political party's name, the then government just abolished English, learning English from the syllabus, and they just gave a slogan. They just gave a slogan in Bengali, Matribhasha Matridugdhe Shoman. Yes, that is very right. Matribhasha Matridugdheri Shoman. That's a fact. And I'm a student of English as well as I'm a teacher of English. I have been teaching English since last 15 years, 16 years, 15 to 16 years, and I don't have any problem in speaking English. And I'm very much fortunate that my father had that capacity. He has the intuition that this child needs to learn English very well. And do you know how far my father is qualified? My father is just 8 pass. He started in class 9, and suddenly, I don't know what is the exact reason, his education, his schooling stopped. That particular person has that intuition, had that intuition, that he taught me English since I was a student of class 1, A, B, C, D, etc., etc. And now, the practical question at bottom is, what is necessary to learn to speak in English? Let me tell you that first. You Now I'm asking you one question. Whenever we, the Bengali people, speak in our mother tongue, or whenever any person speaks in his mother tongue, does he or she bother about the grammar, bother about word stock? The simple answer is no. Whenever we speak, we don't bother about grammar. We don't bother about anything else. Our only motto is to make the person understand, to make myself clear to the person in front of me. That is my sole motto, and that is why they don't need doesn't need any actual grammatical knowledge or any kind of word stock. Word stock, a bullshit word. Word stock. I have seen many people, adult, mature people, increasing their word stock. They just do some mukhosto, what is called mukhosto. They just do what is called mukhosto. That is not the way, my dear friends. If you need to increase your word stock, you just need to continue studying English literature, content in English, read, listen. I watch English movies. In my previous one or two of my videos, I have mentioned a movie, Troy, that was in English. I watched it in English. And do you know how I watched it? I watched it with the whatever the when the movie is going on, the whatever the character spoke, it just all the things went just under the screen. What you call subtitle? That is not actually the subtitle. What they spoke came in written just under the screen. And there was a scene I can remember exactly, when I was sitting on in this particular table in front of my computer monitor, and one particular line I couldn't understand, which Achilles was speaking. And I don't know whether you will be able to believe me or not. I just paused and played, paused and played, rewinded and played and paused until I could understand the entire line. So I am not a person, an ideal person, or ideal teacher, or ideal student, whatever. What I mean to say is, you need that particular dhoirjo. And what you need to do right now is, don't bother about anybody else. Speak in English. Try to speak in English. Many of my friends work across the globe, in European countries, in America, in California, in Canada. And I've asked them, in Russia, did you have any problem with? Did you have really any problem? They said initially we had some problem, but after all, after 6 or 7 months, there was no problem. And I can guarantee you, if you are thinking that you don't know how to speak in English, and if right now, just by tomorrow, I put you in an English speaking country, say for England or any European country where English is the main language, and just leave you there, you will be able to speak in English only in 6 months or maximum 1 year. Do you know why and how? Because necessity is the mother of invention, nothing else. You will learn to speak in English just because you need. You don't know how to speak in English because you don't need right now. That is the main reason, my dear friends. There is no training is needed. No training is necessary. Excuse me. Those who are giving particular training, please excuse me. No training is needed. What is needed is some language, some knowledge in grammar, English grammar, in particular tense, voice, subject, verb, object understanding, grammatical, some grammatical matters, narration, voice change, narration change, uh, joining tense, all these primary basics things are necessary, nothing else. The main intention, the main motto is to make you understand. And I'm giving you just simply example, simple experience. When I went to give my CV or biodata to the school I worked for the first time in 2008, uh, the prince the I completely spoke with them, spoke to the teacher in charge with English, and I got appointed there. They just called me, and I got appointed there. And later, the lady, sorry, the teacher in charge was very much. She became very much friendly with me, and one day she said, "Tarun, the moment you entered my cabin, I just remembered the ad of Chinkara, because Chinkara is a vitamin based syrup, taking which a person gets very much healthy." And but later on, I was that much. Later on, she says, "The Tarun, the moment you left my cabin, I made a call to Durgapur, my head office, and said, a tremendously excellent candidate I have got. I am sending for interview. Just have a look at him." And when I went to the interview, I faced the interview board. They simply, what you call in Bengali, chata. Even I'm a very sentimental, emotional person. Inside the bus, after the interview was done, I just cried. And you know what happened next? On 10th of April 2008, I had the interview. On 15th of April, I got appointed. And I've done well there. Initially, guardians were offended with me, but when I got chance in the SSC and had a job in my first school, first government school in Purulia, the same guardians again got offended that Tarun sir is leaving the school, and that is my achievement as a teacher. In spite of that, my dear friends, I am telling you, I don't introduce myself as a teacher of English. I just introduce myself because as a student of English, because all along my life I want to remain a student. I am a teacher by profession, but I am a student by nature. I learn from everybody, from my students, from the guardians, whoever taught me, whoever teaches me. Right. So, keeping all these things in mind, you can just start. Speak to your heart's content. Speak whatever you like. Speak whatever comes to your mouth, nothing else. Don't bother about who listens. Don't bother about who cares. Just speak. Speak over phone. Speak face to face. Speak to me. Those who want to get training may speak to me over phone, face to face, in English. That is the key, nothing else. So initially when I started this video, I told you that I am going to translate this entire video in Bengali. So এখন আমি বাংলায় বলছি সোজা কথায়, যে ইংরেজি নিয়ে এখন ব্যবসা চলছে। এখন সেই ব্যবসাটার একটা পার্ট হচ্ছে স্পোকেন ইংলিশ। মাফ করবেন যারা স্পোকেন ইংলিশের বিভিন্ন রকম কোর্স চালাচ্ছেন, তারা ক্ষমা করবেন আমাকে, কিন্তু এটা ব্যবসা চলছে। কারণ ইংলিশ বলার জন্য কোনো কিছু প্রয়োজন নেই, বিশেষ কিছু প্রয়োজন হয় না, শুধু একটু ইন্টেনশন দরকার হয়। আপনাকে যদি আজকে ইংল্যান্ডে নিয়ে গিয়ে ফেলে দেওয়া হয়, আপনি 6 মাসের মধ্যে ইংরেজি শিখে যাবেন, বলতে পারবেন ভরভর করে, কোনো অসুবিধে নেই। আর বাকি হাই হুইগুলো ওগুলো কোনো ম্যাটারই নয়। সো ওটা সবাই পারে। শিখতে গেলে আপনার সদিচ্ছা চাই, এইটুকুই যথেষ্ট। বাকি যারা আমার কাছে শিখতে চাও, এই মুহূর্তে সরকারি নিয়মে আমি একটু আটকে আছি, আর অন্যান্য সমস্যা আছে, তাই এখনই পারছি না। ভেবেচিন্তে যদি কোনোদিন পারি তো শুরু করব। আপাতত তোমরা চেষ্টা করো, কথা বলে যাও, ইংরেজিতে বলে যাও। আমার গুরুদেব, একজন গুরুদেবদের মধ্যে অন্যতম, সম্মিলনী কলেজের একজন প্রফেসর বলেছিলেন যে প্রফেসর ... has not been dropped from the sun or the moon with 6 feet and 4 inches in height, speaking fluently in English. মানে আমি অমুক অমুক কলেজের অমুক প্রফেসর, চাঁদ থেকে বা সূর্য থেকে পড়িনি, ফরফর করে ইংরেজি বলছি, তুমিও পারবে। তিনি শুধু মুখস্থ করে পরের দিনে বলতেন। তিনি রামানন্দ কলেজের ছাত্র ছিলেন, হাওয়াই চপ্পল পরে কলেজ যেতেন, আমাদেরকে ক্লাসেই বলেছিলেন। আশা করি আমার কলেজের বন্ধুরা নামটা বুঝতেও পেরে গেছে। আপাতত ভিডিওটা অনেক লম্বা হয়ে গেছে, 17 মিনিট হয়ে গেল। আপাতত আমি উঠবো, আমার একটু কাজও আছে। সকলকে ধন্যবাদ জানিয়ে ভিডিওটা শেষ করছি। আপনারাও চেষ্টা করুন, ইংরেজি শেখা এমন কিছু ব্যাপার নয়, একটা ভাষা মাত্র। স্ট্যাটাস আমরা নিজেরা বানিয়ে ফেলেছি, এটা আমাদের দোষ। শুভরাত্রি, ধন্যবাদ।